What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here. Yeah, come on in here right quick. I can guarantee you all I will not be long. Oh boy, you can't make this stuff up. Candace. Oh, you wicked witch of hell. Y'all, just because I call Candace the bride of Chucky, now she gonna go out and try to do a promo video calling Erika Kirk the bride of Charlie Kirk. Girl, you so unoriginal. Still stealing my quips, I see. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. What's going on, Caleb? Y'all hit the like button coming in. You know you want to. Y'all, we got to talk about this right quick. That and this punk ass Brandon Tatum guy. See, this is what happens when you wait until things get horribly wrong to try to sit here and throw out innuendos where he still can't say her name, but yet he's trying to talk about all the things that he don't like. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, good thing I took it out so I can stay up for this. Y'all know how it is during the week. It is so hard to get live, but I told you all last night we would go live tonight. I wanted to do the Graham Allen, and then I was like, okay, it's already late. I'll do it tomorrow since the alien is gonna go live on Wednesday. You know, ironically, while Milk Bar and I will be doing a live reaction, Candace, I know you're running out of content, but you are literally begging for a lawsuit from Erika Kirk. She is doing the same thing to Erika Kirk she did to Brigitte Macron. This heifer is doing an investigative series, you know, a term she can't define. Candace, I know you miss me, you dumb heifer. Why are you messing with this woman? Who this woman, Hoppo? Why is Candace tortured? She's just obsessed with Erika Kirk now. Candace, I mean, honestly, when I said it, it was just a matter of time before you go after her. I knew this was going to happen, but you would think at some point you would just, you know, tire yourself out with this. You're a grown woman obsessing over another grown woman. And yeah, I'm going to keep calling your dumb ass out over this crap. So the same thing that you done to Brigitte Macron, you turn around and do to Erika Kirk, but then you whine and cry and be and complain about a lawsuit. No, it wasn't even a lawsuit. It was a cease and desist letter. Because some reason, I told you, Erika Kirk, didn't I tell you? You're going to have to sue this heifer. You know, one thing I kept saying, and then I can honestly say this. I, for one, don't want Candace to stop talking. I want to keep talking because she's just giving out more evidence. I just want her to leave them kids' names out her mouth. But who knew that she would literally repeat the same pattern and try to go after Erika Kirk the way she went after Brigitte Macron. Brigitte Macron sued your ass, Candace. And she's going to win, even though you confess to having defamed her, you know, talking about, oh, we wanted to come to Tennessee. Now, if the Macrons refile a lawsuit voluntarily in Tennessee, it's going to restart the clock. And then Candace and her three dumbass attorneys, you know, the three stooges, then they'll go to court saying, Your Honor, yeah, they've already exceeded their timely filing limit. Now, the Macrons need to keep that damn lawsuit up there in the court of Delaware and get her for multiples of millions of dollars. Let it be like no less than 10 million. Ooh, they're going to mollywop you all over that courtroom floor. And I'm going to be here to report on every single thing that happens. Candace, you got court in April. Your little punk ass better be there. You can't make this up. Did y'all see this little promo? You can't make this up. This girl is trying to literally go to court again on the same thing. Why would you do another series? Did that not work out for you the first time? Didn't that land your ass with a 200+ page lawsuit? You're talking about learning the hard way, Candace. You hard-headed as hell. And he got the audacity to try to put a tribute photo on the front of this video where she's about to, because Jermaine Stewart. Candace, that wasn't even a slip of the tongue. I was just trying to see how long I'll be able to go without laughing. Because Yeasty thinks that it's cool to attack the man whom she was in love with, spouse, as if the Bible doesn't speak about you going after widows. That's how y'all know she doesn't read the Bible. Candace, we know you're not Christian either. We'll let you just keep claiming to be Catholic. And I believe at some point they're going to be ready to disown your ass. You can't make this up. Yeah, this is ridiculous. She's learned nothing. So when Erika Kirk sues the crap out of you, Candace, I'm going to be here for that one too. I'm going to report on every little thing that happened with that one. You might as well just buckle up and get ready. Don't go whining and complaining when they hit you with that lawsuit. Just take it like a champion. This is insane, y'all. She is literally repeating this crap. Oh, what's going on, y'all? Let's get some comments in right quick. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button coming in, including the candy ass cult members. I'm tired of y'all thunkheads sitting here leaving comments, confirming my point about Candace doing all of this for clicks, views, likes, and subs. So as opposed to her doing a little research on anything else in the United States of America, her little punk ass is sitting here trying to do another series on Erika Kirk now. You can't make this up. Somebody need to do a series on surviving Candace Owens. Candace, don't make me pull up that photo of you squeezing that woman's butt. To the lady, whoever is in that photo, whatever your name is, girl, if you want to talk to me in confidence, send me an email at ladyluckclubllc@yahoo.com. You're more than welcome to come up here and tell us your tales about how Candace grabbed your ass in that photo. It don't look right. I'm just saying. It looks forced. Because Candace, we could all do this. You forcing your hand upon that woman's butt. You can't make this stop. No means no. This girl is an idiot. Oh, y'all. Oh, what's going on, Francisca? What's going on, Cheryl? How you doing? How's the LLC baby, y'all? She sent us some new photos. The baby is absolutely adorable. Oh, my good God in heaven. Keep it coming, girl. Are we going to show them tomorrow? I'm going to show some tomorrow. Y'all, this baby is so beautiful. What's going on, Say? How you doing, honey? Y'all hit that like button coming in. To the candy asses, I don't care how any of you feel. I always tell you all that. You coming in my chat at your own peril. And I owe your cult leader nothing. That's why she watches my shows. If you want to leave your comments up, this is the best way for your cult leader to see them. I know you'll be listening in on Wednesday, Candace, because you hate me and Milk Bar's guts. We're going to drag your ass all over YouTube as well. We're going to have so much fun on Wednesday, y'all. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be funny, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Candace is just cutting up, y'all. Hit that like button coming on up in here. This alien is now doing the Bride of Charlie because I call her the Bride of Chucky. Stop stealing my ideas, you Ewok. She might as well call it the alien. Candace, you the one that claimed to be an alien. I didn't even have to come up with that. You're giving me material. This is priceless. This helper does not know how to come up with her own quips. First, she stole my "you're bad at this." Then she stole the whole mutant X-Men thing because, Charlie Kirk was electromagnetic, I guess. Now she's sitting here talking about the Bride of Charlie. You so lame, Candace. You so lame. Y'all, she confessed to defaming the Macrons on X. Oh my God. Somebody sent her a message and tagged me and Candace in it. And then she gonna respond back and call one of my supporters, an idiot. I called her one right back and said, "Bye, Felicia. Thank you for confessing and confirming that you defamed them, dumbass. Your attorney's got to be pulling their hair." Y'all, she gonna get sued. I'm just gonna, we just gonna go over this because she already gonna get sued. She halfway down the aisle to getting sued. You better show your ass up for court, girl. Y'all, Sean Diddy Combs is here. It's about, hey. She's supposed to be in jail. Oh, man. Where's the baby oil? Can't make this up. What's going on? How you doing, Mira? Juju, y'all all up in here. Thank y'all so much. Charlie Clark was bad, was he? God. Penguin says like, now Charlie is probably the best human ever. You think, like, listen, why mess with his wife? He's deceased. He's not even here to defend her. Candace, this is a low blow considering the fact that your cowardly ass probably didn't even think to do this before he died. Can you imagine if he was still alive and she trying to put out a series about his wife? I think that would have been the breaking point for him. He would have came on and just went the hell off on you. He would have ethered your soul, girl. See, Charlie Kirk was probably the one person Candace could not ever beat in a debate. For some reason, the cult members think she actually is good at debating when she's not. But if she had to go up against Charlie Kirk, I would root for Charlie Kirk all day. And I've never really seen him debate like that. Candace, he would win, hands down. He has an expansive vocabulary. Because Green Beret. When you mispronounce terms that you should not be mispronouncing, especially when you want to have a large platform, I don't expect you to win a debate. Okay? Yelling and screaming and hollering, especially at me, is not going to help you win that debate. I'm so ready for Wednesday. Y'all hit that like button. We're going to get into it. I appreciate you all for tuning in. This is something else. This is how she's trying to pay tribute to this man. Let me do a series on his wife because, he's not here to defend her. What's going on, Wyoming? How you doing, honey? Let's see why I'm going to get the bride of Chuck. Y'all, Candace is the bride of Chucky. And then she go do the bride of Charlie. There, you so unoriginal. All right, y'all. Who child? I know it's late, y'all. Well, we're going to do this. And I wanted to play a part of Neeson Black's video where he kind of goes over. He has a nice little edited back and forth version of Tatum when he did some interview, because I don't know all these people's names. The fake officer, the one that still kisses Candace's ass, and then he kind of goes between Candace saying something that Tatum, I guess, is trying to imply. You guys will see. It's a good video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But let's start off with this, y'all. This is on Candace's website because she has nothing else to do. You would think, being a mother of 4 young children, you would be too tired to think about a title like this. But whatever. Who's watching the kids when you coming up with all this evil nonsense? Candace and Lucifer got a lot in common. Both of them are here to kill, steal, and destroy. Except me and the LLC, we're just gonna keep laughing at you, Candace. Hell is still hot. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. So when you can see it here, put a 1 in the chat. Let's get to this. It's not even long.
Says that Kirk has died after he was shot from a nearby building.
After being shot at Utah Valley University.
The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
I didn't even get to give him a kiss goodbye.
That young man, I forgive him.
Take your time.
Candace, didn't you say you felt like a phoenix flying over the dome or event, wherever they were for that memorial service? Didn't she call this event just a beautiful event and all this stuff right here? While Erika Kirk stands there and says, I forgive Tyler Robinson, even though she still wants his ass in prison for the rest of his life. Didn't Candace call this a beautiful tribute? Talking about, I feel like the phoenix is flying over and, covering it all. A bird that somehow is not what she thinks, but whatever. Catholic priests aren't what she thinks either, but she tends to think the best of them. But this moment here, she said that this was a beautiful moment. She loved the memorial. It was brave for her to forgive Tyler Robinson. And that she felt like a phoenix flying over it, just watching it all, I guess, in spirit while she was out camping, throwing a tantrum because reasons. You can't make this up. And now she's using it to mock her. It's the hypocrisy for me, Candace. I understand you don't know what that term means yet, but you might want to define it. Never mind, you're a narcissist. You can't make this up.
Take your time.
Y'all, this is insane.
Erika Kirk has been named the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
It's weird to say excited.
Describes her husband's funeral as the event of the century. Merch, hats.
We have 50,000 plus hat orders.
Nobody knows why she's out there in a glittering pantsuit in a recreated tent that her husband tragically was murdered in, throwing merch out.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
Zionists, the Prime Minister of Israel, all lied through their teeth about Charlie Kirk.
Her operation was in Constanta, the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
Weird conversations to have with a 15-year-old. I'm going to touch your butt. 8
Yeah, a 15-year-old who came out on X, right, and actually said that nothing happened. So what? Okay, so the candy ass cult members are just gonna force this on her? Didn't the young lady come out and correct the record? Didn't this young lady come out and say that was not the case? That did not happen. How do you force someone into a situation where you want to say they were groomed and you weren't with them? How do you force that on someone? She comes out, oh no, that's not what it was. That's not the situation. Here's Candace and the cult members. Now you were groomed. You just gonna tell her what she was, huh? Like she don't have the freedom of choice. She came out and said that was not the case. Thank you, Juju. I knew she did. On Twitter X. And these soulless simps from hell are just gonna force this girl to feel and believe that she's been groomed when she said herself, no, I wasn't. That's like somebody trying to tell me I don't eat beef or pork. Nah, you do eat beef and pork. How you gonna tell me what the hell I eat? How do you force this on someone that is saying that's not the case? So they're just gonna ignore what the hell she said and just force that stuff on her either way. If that's not the greatest violation ever, I don't know what it is. You can't make this stuff up. That young lady said that is not the case. She didn't groom me. That was not the situation. And debunked them. And they're still going on with this nonsense, with this narrative. Like they're just going to force this person into this situation. Candace, once again, you forcing yourself on someone, and it's not George. He don't want your ass anyway. He's still stuck in the closet. You can't make this up. Nah, they're just gonna force this grooming thing on this girl when she said, no, that's not what happened. You can't tell her what happened. She knows her thoughts and her intent. And if she said that didn't happen, then who are you all in that cult to force that on her? Now y'all forcing things on people that are absolutely disgusting. The idea of them being groomed, which is horrible. Especially when she was a minor. Y'all just gonna force that on her? Y'all not gonna let her have free will and independent thought? You can't make this stuff up. What's going on, Colleen? Candace was never told she was beautiful as a kid and never had any female role models in her life. She's projecting as usual. Exactly. Now the cult members are forcing this grooming nonsense upon someone who already said, I was never groomed. Why are you forcing this on me? Stop forcing yourselves upon this young lady. None of you know her. You don't pay her bills. You don't have to buy her clothes, her food, healthcare, shelter her. You do nothing for her in her life. Stop forcing your nonsense upon her when she's already said no thanks. No means no. I feel like I gotta say this to the candy asses and to Candace. Candace, no means no. This young lady has told you no. No means no. Don't force yourself on her. You know, I told you two can play this game, girl. You want to talk about grooming? Part of the aspect of grooming is trying to manipulate and force someone to believe that this is a good thing when it's not. And that's exactly what her and her code are doing. You're trying to force this young lady to say that she was groomed. You can't force that out of somebody. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Absolute madness. It's so disgusting. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. If anything had occurred between her and this young lady, y'all forcing the situation doesn't help. But if she's already said nothing happened, you can't force the situation. Maybe in your alternate reality where, pigs fly, but not here on Earth. She said no, leave her alone and leave her out of it. Go find somebody else to pick on. What's absurd is that they won't even demand the evidence from Candace. They just believe whatever she say. Can't make this up. Yeah, it's something else. This is something else. Stop forcing yourselves on this girl.
$6 million to their own shell company. What is going on?
We have nothing to hide. My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
This is obsessed. Candace want to be right there in the middle of that photo. She knows she does. Candace mad because she's the scorned woman and he never picked her. Because otherwise, who goes through this great length right here? The absolute disgusting part about this is that you want to say that she's grooming somebody. And yet she has 2 children, one of which is a daughter. Don't you think her close friend and allies would have said, I feel that the kids are in danger. Let's get them out of the situation. No. No judge in the court of law has taken custody from her. And there's nothing that you cult members can do for that to happen. If you go lie like hell, then you'll be charged for lying to the authorities. You can't make this up. So while she's at home minding her own business and raising her 2 kids, y'all will still be sitting here trying to force some nasty nonsense on an innocent person who's already said no, that didn't occur. I mean, hell, this is insane. This is her trying to do an investigative series that's going to lead her straight into a court of law. Yet another one. God. Now, keep on learning the hard way, Candace. Keep on learning the hard way. So, yeah, I guess this is coming out at some point. On the day that I'm supposed to be doing a live reaction with Milk Bar TV. Shout out to Milk Bar TV. I'm so excited. I hope you guys plan on tuning in on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Candace, I know it's going to be boring as hell. You just going to force this on us?
Okay, so we have to discuss.
Yeah, so this is Neeson Black. He goes over, and I'm just going to skip to the part where this interview comes in with this Tatum guy. And who's the guy in the red shirt? Y'all know who he is? What's his name?
I mean, dude, I would be a trillionaire.
Y'all know who the guy is that he's interviewing with? Can y'all tell me his name? Hey, does he work with TPUSA? So he said, I would definitely show up. Oh, cool. Thank you, Juju. Satiric says, that makes so much more sense. So she was abandoned by both her father and mother. And yeah, okay, she hates women because she obviously takes out the vast majority of the ill will towards her mom. Yeah, probably. I love him. Angie loves him. What's going on? Yeah, I've said I love Neeson. Juju said I don't remember. If you guys know the name of the young man in the reds, it's so funny. He's wearing maroon. She's doing an investigative series. That's what it said. Candace, you so lame. You couldn't even be original with the title of it. Girl, we're going to drag you on Wednesday. Oh, man. If nothing else, it's going to be disgusting on Candace's part because, she can't stop obsessing over Erika Kirk. But it's going to be a lot of fun with Milk Bar and myself dragging the hell out of Candace. All the candy asses are going to be mad as hell. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, you might want to caution yourself when you come to my chat Wednesday. I'm not holding back. Not at all. It's going to be epic. So that'll be what she's going to be binging on and grifting off of now. This whole investigative series about Erika Kirk because of reasons. Because she lost her husband. As if grieving is not hard enough. And now being a single mother to 2 kids. to which no court has taken from her custody. But yet Candace won't talk about these Catholic priests messing with kids. No. Candace, would you ever leave your children around your Catholic priest alone, unattended, for like a day? Because I get the feeling you would never let your kids stay alone with a Catholic priest. Yeah, I get that feeling. Let's try it out. Candace, why don't you try to leave your kids with your Catholic priest for a whole 24 hours? Let's see what happens. I'll even let you put in a hidden camera, so everything can be recorded. Let's test that theory out. Because see, you forget that there are PDOs that are Catholic priests in the Catholic Church that have existed for centuries. But somehow you have no evidence on Erika Kirk being one, or being a groomer or anything. And the person you are alleging she did this with also came out and said, hell no, that didn't happen. And you're still trying to force that situation. So why don't you leave your kids with your Catholic priest? Tell them you love them when you drop them off. Can't make this up. Oh my God. No, he's not from TPUSA. That dude has a pro-Jewish Israel channel, JTV. Okay, cool. I had no idea. I don't know what he is. All right, y'all, let's get to this. I just want to watch this part here because, oh Lord, apparently this coward is, trying to call her out without calling her out. I mean, it's absurd how many people are scared of Candace and her cult following. You all have no power over here. That's why she watches my show. Because she knows I'm not scared of that. Can't make this up. Let's get to it, y'all. Put one in the chat where you can see it and hear it. Let's go.
If I can tell you what's in the mind of Candace Owens, I really don't know.
Feels a bit psyopy.
So like when I watched the denigration of influencers that I used to like, that I thought at one point were very prominent and reasonable, and I see the denigration that don't just involve Israel alone. It degrades to falsehoods and false realities and manipulation in every other aspect of society.
Just to be clear, people did land on the moon.
I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know.
I do know.
I just want to know why we didn't go back.
We did go back.
What, did we go back? What year?
To the moon?
We people.
It's stupidity for me, Candace. Why didn't you just pull up, information on your phone right there in real time? You didn't even have to tell him you didn't know. You could have played it off and said, you know what? Let me see what year we went back, because I was always confused about that. And then you could have literally Googled that right there. No. You want to sit here and play the role of the idiot, something that you know all too well. Oh, I told you I'm going in. You doing an investigative series on a widow? Something the Bible said don't touch? I don't expect the cult members to know what I'm talking about because they don't read the Bible either.
On the moon?
Okay.
I'm asking a serious question. When did we go? When did we go back to people walking on the moon?
He's an idiot.
I was just walking. I was like dinosaurs. That seems pretty fake and gay.
And I think it all starts from hatred of Israel. I think it all starts from turning your back on God and God's people. And then God opens you to a reprobated mind, which means that you're then susceptible to any conspiracy and any lie and any level of deception that's out there that a person can be involved with or be manipulated by. I see the same people that hate Israel and have an unjustifiable hatred towards Israel, that they then are created falsehoods about Donald Trump.
And really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump into politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock out. Like, they're gonna give a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave them freaking boulevard. It's like as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday.
I mean, every time I see this, I'm disgusted because she's trying not to laugh at how stupid this is, and she knows it. You don't sit here and speak about. Look at that freeze frame. I wasn't even trying. This is her fighting back laughter and smiling. Because for some reason, the death of someone is comical to her. If they name a street after you. And yet, she was the one claiming that the French were after her. You know, some ninjas, somebody from France and Israel. operative or whatever. Where's that complaint at again, Candace? Just show us the text you sent to that FBI agent. When are you gonna post that up? She's sitting here trying not to laugh about the nonsense coming out of her mouth.
That is it. It serves us or doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday, bro. If they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock out. Like, they're gonna get tried for a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave them freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. So they sign off after they murder you.
She would be laughing here because it's the sugar booger kicking in. Y'all can't tell. Look how she went so erratic. She went from just speed running to now just about to pass out mode. That sugar booger is very dangerous, Candace. I suggest you stop snorting it, even though you'll probably just switch to IV use. Can't make this
And
up.
about the government. And they're overzealous about Epstein. And they're talking about Erika Kirk.
All right, you guys, straight to jail for questioning at least Erika.
And believing lies about, they don't even believe that we got the killer in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Like,
First and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that.
it just, you see it devolve on every single level, and the behavior. It's not academic. It's not reasonable with empathy. It's hatred. It's revenge.
Even you and the midget horse that you rode in on. And I say that
the midget
on behalf
horse
of the
thing.
world.
It's narcissism.
Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you...
Candace, I didn't email you, you dumb heifer. You know when you're throwing out subliminal attacks against Erika Kirk. I, for one, didn't want her to respond to you unless she responded through an attorney. But everybody did not email you. No, you just knew she was talking about you because you were waiting for it. You wanted this opportunity. You want to scrap it out in the court of public opinion. This is all a PR strategy for you. It's all about public relations for her. And she knows doing this series is going to boost up her views. The problem is her cult members and bots will still be stuck on stupid. They will learn nothing. And she will get sued. And then they'll be wandering around talking about why is she going to be sued. Sit your ass down and find out. The same reason why the Macrons sued her. It's just history repeating itself, except it's someone else. But she wouldn't be doing this if Charlie Kirk was still alive. She would not even say Erika Kirk's name if he was still alive. The same way she didn't while he was still alive, and she left them alone. She wasn't stunning them. You can't make this stuff up.
It's not about me. She is going to name check me.
You see these traits coming out of just very mean-spirited behavior.
Full disclosure, I'm in a bad mood today. I have a little bit of an attitude.
The point is that everyone who is saying that I'm making more money cannot say how I'm making more money. That's just not true.
And I'm just getting so tired of these influencers pretending that this is all organic. It's like the most obvious push, especially people who try to do it in the name of the Bible.
Okay, so you're like, oh, she had a bump in viewership.
Well, all your YouTube numbers
everyone in the world because it was a public assassination.
This whole Ali Stuckey thing, like holding the Bible when you're like actually just being a mean girl, but trying to justify it with scripture. It just all needs to end.
She worked with the Daily Wire. I love the Daily Wire.
She's trying to justify with scripture. Candace, just because you don't read the Bible does not mean that others cannot use the Bible to clap back at your ass. Just like you haven't read the scriptures where it speaks to messing with widows. I'm gonna pull that up right quick. Because I'm not trying to convince the cult members of anything. I'm really not. But the Bible is clear. Don't mess with them. Leave them alone. You can't make this stuff up. So here we go. Old Testament teachings and laws, and then you got New Testament teachings. Which I want to start with first. Old or New Testament. James 1:27 defines true religion as to look after orphans and widows in their distress. How are Christians looking after orphans and widows in their distress when you're dragging them on social media, creating investigatory series where you don't investigate a damn thing, and it's mostly from your tip line of morons and goons that just want to drum up nonsense without evidence? Oh, let's point out all these things about Erika Kirk's past. For what? You people are the only ones looking backwards. That's not very godlike, is it? Mark 12:40 records Jesus condemning the Pharisees for exploiting widows. Even Jesus had to put people in check because exploitation of widows is a bad thing. You can't make this up. I mean, we got Bible right here. Don't the candy asses believe that Christ is king? How is he king if you don't read scripture? It is. So Candace is exploiting a widow by turning her into an investigatory series, a term to which she can't fulfill if you paid her all the money. Candace can't investigate to save her damn life. But yet she managed to create a series where she's exploiting a widow and accusing her of heinous things that the other person had to come out and debunk. We're reading the Bible here. Here's the Bible here. To the candy asses that believe that, somehow she's a Christian. You can't make this up. 1 Timothy 5:3 instructs church leaders to honor true widows, recognizing their need for care. I mean, this is just the New Testament alone. But this Google search here and reading words and letters, it's not something that Candace does. So the cult members walk around in ignorance because they're not going to Google anything either. They're just going to go on whatever she says. But this is scripture. So you either accept all of the scripture or none of it. Right? Because that's what scripture proves right now. Why are you sitting here messing with a widow again? When God said don't do it. Yeah, keep on. Candace is about to get a whole lot of backlash she's not prepared for. And I'm talking about supernatural. God knows how to sit you down.
I hear, they were very good to Candace. When I used to be jealous, right? I go to her set and they got 45 people working with Candace. She in the trailer, getting makeup. Miss Owens. I mean, they treated her like she was a god.
I don't claim to know what Candace actually believes. When I asked her directly what she believes, she's told me, quote, I believe what the people believe. I am the voice of the people.
What do the people believe? Candy asks, this is one time I'm going to ask you all a question. What do you all believe? Put in the chat. Other than her, you got to have some belief aside from your cult leader. What do you all believe? Are you Christians? Are you Muslims? What are you? I'm just trying to gauge the room here. Because if she's saying that she believes whatever the people believe, she's not talking about all of us because she doesn't represent me. But let's just say she represents a cult. What does the cult believe? Is it flat out just Catholicism? Maybe Scientology? What do you all believe? Where's John Mappin? They're demons. Oh, okay, so they believe in hell. You can't make this up. George Farmer is which religion? I thought he was Catholic. Child, you let her tell it they're Catholic. Not Christian, but Catholic. Because, that's like a whole separate thing in Candace's world. I keep trying to tell you all that. She's putting Catholicism over Christianity. She's not looking at it as if it's the same thing. No. Catholicism is taking priority over Christianity in Candace's world. That's how that works in her feeble mind. You can't make this up. I'm just going to take it that the cult members believe nothing.
Never mind that subordinating your beliefs to the people is both pandering and immoral. It's also
this is crazy.
Who are the people? And what is it that they believe? Based on her content of late, I can't think that she means Americans broadly or even conservatives broadly. It seems far more likely to me that the people Candace is the voice of are the very people celebrating what she's saying.
And they were very good to her from my perspective. Obviously they had to part their ways and she disagreed. And that's when I was pretty much upset with Bishop Bureau because I didn't like the way it happened. But now I understand a little more on the business side of it, why that needed to happen.
It's embarrassing, really, Ben. It's truly, honestly embarrassing.
Wow.
Why are you not embarrassed to be alive? I don't understand it.
I think that
Candace, why are you not embarrassed to be alive? I mean, you living life here on Earth, I'm sure it's not the same thing as you being on Pluto or Jupiter's moon. whatever planet you came from and crash landed here. But you could just go back if you want. I mean, you hate America. You don't believe you're, bound by our laws. You don't believe in the rule of law. You're definitely a mean girl. You're overly hypocritical. You're the spawn of Satan. You're the bride of Chucky. You're an Oompa Loompa number 2. Why don't you just go back to your home planet? You're never going to figure out how humanity works. It's called the soul. Unfortunately, you've created dumb bots that can't even spell your first name right. And you still learned nothing. So why are you here? She doesn't even believe in dinosaurs, people. You can't make this up.
There could very well be a situation where George may not actually agree. But I really am interested to see. I need to talk to her. I know her well enough. I can pick up the phone and just talk to her. I'm a little intimidated to talk to her because I don't want to get into a big old argument.
This part right here. You are intimidated to talk with her. I need to talk to her.
I know her well enough. I can pick up the phone and just talk to her. I'm a little intimidated to talk to her because I don't want to get into a big old argument.
I'm a little intimidated to talk to her because he doesn't want things to get into an argument. Make this make sense? A grown man is intimidated with the idea of having a conversation with Candace Amber Owens Farmer.
Now I understand a little more on the business side of it, why that needed to happen.
It's embarrassing, really, Ben. It's truly, honestly embarrassing. Why are you not embarrassed to be alive? I don't understand it.
I think there could very well be a situation where George may not actually agree. But I really am interested to see. I need to talk to her. I know her well enough. I can pick up the phone and just talk to her. I'm a little intimidated to talk to her because I don't want to get into a big old argument.
He's intimidated to talk to her because he doesn't want to lead to an argument. Isn't he married? Can somebody confirm if he's married? You can't make this up. I mean, exactly. You're intimidated to talk to a friend that's no friend. Is he married? Tatum? Brandon Tatum, yes. So can you imagine his wife looking at this video, hearing him say that nonsense, and then he goes home and she's like, I saw this dumbass video you just did. Why the hell are you scared to talk to Candace Owens? She's not your wife. You don't have to go home to her. Weren't you an officer? Is he like a retired LEO or what? Is he still working on a police force? Like, this is so crazy. He's scared to talk to Candace. He's intimidated to talk to Candace and have a verbal exchange with her because of reasons. Or is it because you fear that the cult will come for you? See, here's the beauty of me saying what I want to say from day one. I don't care if the cult likes it or not. They have no power on my platform. But they enter my chat at their own risk. And yes, they still do. Their cult leader watches my videos. And your ass, being her friend allegedly, and Erika Kirk's friend, you're scared, you're intimidated to have a conversation with Candace of all people. And for what? An argument? Because the backlash? What the hell is she gonna do to you? Is my question. I would assume that he's at least what, 5'10", 5'11", the average height, right? I don't get the idea that he's short. So Brandon Tatum's got to be at least 5'10", 5'11", maybe even 6 feet. He's not active. He's not an active LEO. Okay. He is married. Who is friends with Candace. So the wife is friends with Candace. And you think she want her husband coming home with his punk ass talking about, I'm intimidated to talk to Candace. Dude, if you don't grow a sack and a spine and get your ass on somewhere, pick up the phone and call her. What are you talking about? No husband of mine is going to sit here and say that he is intimidated to talk to another woman. The hell you will. The devil is a liar. You better grow a spine. I'm going to need you to let that ball sack drop a little bit more. So you can say what needs to be said to this woman who does not pay our mortgage. And even if she did, it's still ridiculous. You're scared and intimidated to have a conversation an exchange of words with Candace Owens. You know, her coat aren't that bright, right? They're just not that bright. But they know that. You know, they know that. What they don't like is me telling them that every day. I don't care. But at least they know I'm going to be direct and straightforward with them. You're intimidated by her. So that means the cult members is going to stomp all over his ass on social media. I don't advocate for physical violence. But this man used to be an LEO. And somehow having confrontation with Candace is too much. And his wife got to see this video. Oh my God, I would be so mad. I would cuss his ass out. I want a real man up in this house leading me. You want to be the leader? You want me to be submissive? I have no problem with that. But let me tell you something. Don't you ever come up in this home and tell me that you're intimidated to talk to another woman that I'm friends with. You better grow up. He sounds like a child, not willing to face his teacher because he's flunking class. It's like he's got an F in math and he's scared to look the teacher in the eye because he knows he's flunking and he's not trying to do his homework because he's lazy as hell. You can't make this stuff up. No, I don't. I'm intimidated to talk to her. I've never heard such cowardice in all my life. This is priceless, y'all. I know his wife got to be brooding right now. Like, the hell? I can't believe my grown-ass husband, who used to be a law enforcement officer, is intimidated to talk to Candace Owens. She got to be, what, 5'5", 5'6"? She has nowhere near the muscle mass he has. Plus, I'm sure, his wife could beat her ass on any given day of the week, and George probably just stand there and let that happen. You can't make this up. Grow a spine, Tatum. Stop being a punk. You're a whole punk.
Argument and it go off the rails.
Why? What is your theory?
I don't know. I don't know.
But what's your theory then? It must be your theory.
You're like, what's going on? What's going on? Why do you want to know why these planes were tracking Charlie? Like telling us, well, unless you absolutely have a conclusion, you can't even ask the question. Yes, we very well can. Keep asking consistent questions until we get a clarified explanation for what happened on that day. And right now, we have nothing. Okay.
We have nothing. Okay.
It's funny how they keep asking the same dumbass questions, knowing that they, in their mind, will get nothing either because nothing will be good enough for them. So stop asking them the questions. Go find the answers yourself. Let's see how smart you people can be for once. This is what Tatum is scared of here. This BS. Candace on Sugar Booger throwing a tantrum. She got to get that good hit in. Then go on Piers Morgan and just rant and rave and overtalk and overspeak. This is someone that is high as hell trying to prove a moot point, thinking that she's debating. A word she can't spell either. You can't make this up. This is what your debate will look like with her, Tatum. This. A petulant child throwing a tantrum. Just buy an ice cream cone. She'll be fine.
I do wonder, I don't understand the hatred in the conspiracies about Israel. I will never understand it. Like, to think that Israel is like the capital of pedophilia or something is crazy to me, because the Catholic Church have more pedophilic claims and historically have been really demonized for the molestation of boys and stuff like that in the Catholic Church. That's
the more important part of what you're saying is that gay pedophilia happened in the Catholic Church. So is the problem the Catholic Church, or is it the problem gay men that are in the Catholic Church that shouldn't be in the church? Because if you're a gay man, you shouldn't be a priest at all, right? And it is gay men that are abusing children. So whether you're a gay...
Okay, but what if they're messing with girls? Does that still make them gay? Because everything is faking gay with her. Is she serious? Candace, are you for real? You got 4 kids. Once again, I dare you to leave all 4 of your children with your Catholic priest. And let's assume he's straight. I mean, install a camera so we can all witness what happens. Leave them there for 24 hours. You can't make this up. This cannot be her logic to think that only gay men in Catholic Church are abusing kids. And wouldn't it just be the ones that are the same gender? So what does that say about the ones that abuse girls? Are they gay as well? I mean, seriously?
man abusing children at a school or a gay man abusing children at a Catholic church. The issue is that we have homosexual men that have invaded institutions. It's not because of, the education system. If there was a pedophilia scandal at schools, and there have been them, you don't then say, oh, education is wrong. Like when we had the Penn State issue, I can't think of the guy's name, Sandusky, I think it was. No one said, oh, the fault is the institution of education that allowed this to happen. No, you wouldn't say that.
They did say that, though, because it was partly due to the school failing to investigate complaints of SA. Is she for real? Candace, I know you're, hypocrisy is a foreign concept for you. I know it is. But didn't you sue a school in high school? Didn't you file a lawsuit against your high school? Because somebody sent you a text message and was being a bully? Didn't that happen? The school paid it, right? Yeah, the school paid the fee. They paid $37,500. Not the young man. I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at the right one here before I pull it up. Now, these ads are the worst. Hold on, let me go back. So, Candace Owens. Oh, they want me to subscribe. I see what they're doing. They playing around with this. Let me go to another link. Hold on a second, y'all. Because I'm going to pull this up. Because, it's the hypocrisy for me. This is absolutely insane. Okay, so yes, she received a $37,500 settlement from the Stanford Board of Education after she accused a group of teens of leaving her threatening and racist messages while she was in high school in 2007. So let's take out the SA abuse for a minute and just say any issue that occurs. If the school is aware of those allegations being made, they are required to investigate those allegations. It is their job to provide a safe learning environment for their students, especially when you go to college, because you're paying for this. Parents aren't sending their kids to college to be groped or fondled or some nasty asshole and then think that that's supposed to be swept under the rug. Kids are there to learn. And the school is supposed to be giving them a welcoming, safe environment. Not having them in fear of playing sports because of this one person. And she said the school should not be held accountable, even though the school was brushing the allegations under the rug and could have fired that guy and got someone else. But yet when she sued the school, they paid out $37,500. So Candace, I guess you're gonna have to pay this money back since you think the school should have nothing to do with it, because no one is saying this stuff. I'm just saying. I can't even. It's hard to believe that Candace harassed these kids. I believe that she was the one harassing them, and they probably said something back at her to get her to leave them the hell alone. Because she's a scorned woman and all. Once Candace gets her claws into you, she just won't let go until you sue her ass. And the moment she saw that they was going to start clapping back, then she wanted to file a lawsuit talking about they being mean to me. Because narcissists love playing the ultimate victim. So Candace, are you going to pay back this school? Because you owe them some money. Since you want to go there, schools don't have any responsibility to their students to ensure that they are safe and that they're kept in a safe and protected learning environment. Okay. So you need to pay back this money to the Stanford Board of Education. I don't even believe these boys bullied you. I think you were bullying them because one of them you liked and he was stun your ass. And then you probably concocted this nonsense and sent them text messages to yourself from his phone. I wouldn't be surprised. And they just didn't believe the kids because they boys and you're a girl. Because these same mean girl tactics that she did in high school, she's still doing it now. Let's not forget Candace is the one that got hit with harassment charges as well when she was 17, before she even graduated. I'm wondering if it was over this same situation here. Maybe it was. Who knows? But Candace, you sitting here talking about we don't sit here and blame it on the school, and yet your hypocritical ass did just that when you were in high school because of some texts. Because you didn't know how to leave these kids the hell alone. Candace is the ultimate mean girl bully. I can't believe it. You know, girl, child, your hypocrisy is staggering, Candace. But no. Next time something happens between you, Candace, and God forbid your kids, don't go to the school board. Perhaps you should have just sued the kid that sent you the text message, right? Because the school board is the one that paid you out that money. And then the NAACP got involved. You can't make this up. So you need to be paying back a lot of people. And send $5,000 my way while you at it. Can't make this up.
The problem is that a gay man got into a position of power and abused men, but people don't think that same way when it's the Catholic Church.
Far beyond, I think, any other organized group that I can think of that has been accused of something like that. So I don't know if Israel is that much of a pedophilic country in comparison to the Catholic Church. So you would think that if it is, in the Catholic Church, you have fair criticism as well. Have your critique on Benjamin Netanyahu, the execution of the war. You can say, I don't like the fact that the war lasted that long. I think that, you can have your critiques, but people that go far beyond that, to say that the Jews run America.
That makes Israel the master of the universe. And that's troubling.
Jews did 9/11.
It's convenient for Israel, by the way, when the towers went down.
The Jews can't win. Like, the Jews killed Jesus. It goes down this crazy rabbit hole that I think is insane to me. A lot of this, and I'll say, and I hate to say this, but I believe this with my whole heart. It starts from hatred of Israel, and everything devolves from there. You are susceptible to any lie.
What I started seeing come across and got more familiar.
Well, not just hatred with Israel, but just, someone just being a hateful person. Now, Candace is an evil, soulless gimp from hell in another planet. Like, wherever she is, whatever planet she's from, whatever version of hell is on her planet, that's where she's from. Like, she's just a mean, hateful person. She's the ultimate mean girl. That's why I have no issue with dragging her ass on YouTube. Candace, I'm going to clown you until the day you drop. You can't make this up. And she doesn't even care. We saw the trailer on her so-called series about Erika Kirk, a widow that the Bible said, thou shalt leave alone. Complete alone. And don't make me have to explain to you how that should be portrayed. Because at some point, you got to come, Candace, from God himself for messing with a widow. We're not even talking about Israel. We're talking about a widow. The Bible's very clear on that. I gave 3 scriptures from the Bible because I know you don't read, so I read it for you. So either you're going to follow the word of God or you're just going to find out what happens because God ain't no punk. You can't make this up. So the fact that Tatum is not even saying her name right now is disturbing because he doesn't mind coming on social media blasting everyone else out because he's like, oh, you guys are forcing me to sit here and go against her. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing it. And he could do all of that. He got the courage and put all that hot air in his chest, blow his hot breath into a microphone to tell all of the internet he's not going to go against Candace. But when it comes to calling her out by her name, I'm a little bit intimidated because I just don't want to land in an argument and, go back and forth, because I'm a coward and a punk. I'm a whole punk. I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her cult base. Who knows? You owe her no allegiance. This is why you don't cozy up with demons to begin with. Because then when their cult want to come for you, then they come for you and they commit cyber crimes. They're doxing, they're harassing, they're bullying. They do that with me all the time. That's why I don't bother. I just ignore them because that's what you do with cult members. You ignore their ass. And bots aren't real. But this is what you get when you sit here and try to play footsies with somebody. And then when real stuff starts to happen with real consequences, now all of a sudden you can't say a name and you too intimidated to talk to her. You can't make stuff up. You know what I find to be ironic? And I want you all to take notice of this. Have you all ever heard Brandon Tatum, Megyn Kelly, or Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson come out and actually confirm anything that Candace has said about Erika Kirk to be true? Or even TPUSA? And I mean with evidence. Because see, what they don't do, they don't come out and confirm this stuff that she says. One of them may have said something about these planes, like it's plausible. But when it comes to her direct attacks on Erika Kirk or TPUSA or Charlie Kirk, they don't come out and say, yeah, you know, that's absolutely true what she said about Erika being a groomer. There's evidence on that. They didn't come out and confirm that. So if they're not confirming what she's saying, why the hell are they too scared to debunk it? You're already being silent and not confirming it. So sometimes it's not what's being said. You got to pay attention to what's not being said. And what they're not saying is she's right. Erika Kirk is, a groomer. They're not saying that at all. But they're too scared to sit here and to say she's wrong and debunk it. It's the ultimate level of cowardice that I've never seen in my whole life. Brandon Tatum, if you too intimidated to have a conversation with Candace, why don't you summon the mother of the internet? Why don't you go ahead and put a bird call, a bat signal out for the mother of the internet, Megyn Kelly? She claims that she facilitated Erika Kirk and Candace meeting up in Tennessee and all that. Nobody recorded that whole thing, by the way, but it's so irritating. Maybe they did, and I'll be surprised. But why don't you summon up Megyn Kelly? Because she's the mother of the internet. I'm queen of YouTube, but she's the mother of the internet, And then she can facilitate a conversation between you being a grown-ass man and Candace, a grown-ass alien White Walker. Good luck to that. I'm sure she would be happy. And I can't believe this whole grown man married with kids talking about, I'm scared to go talk to kids. Please don't make me do that, mama.
Once I saw a picture of somebody in a ponytail with those eyes.
Yeah.
That was that person.
And I think that people who have Jewish derangement syndrome, they can't see it. And they're willing to defy their own Messiah.
And this platform is not mine. I genuinely know that this is God's platform. Look at you, and I just think you are such a little worm. I could see you right now, probably.
In order to push an agenda.
What?
Candace has historically been such a good friend of mine. I love her to death. She's always been very kind and sweet to me. Over the years, we started Blexit together.
Blexit 2023, the last year that it was underneath Candace Owens as president, and it had $275K in revenue. The expenses were $1.3 million. So she was operating it at a loss. 2021, this is 2 years before, it was $3.3 million in expenses, and she also was operating it that year at a loss. 2022, again, another $1 million at a loss. 3 years in a row. Where's this money going? Why are you running a nonprofit and running it into the ground, claiming to do work for African Americans? But where is this money truly going? And 3 years in a row, you're operating it, and you're going in the millions, losing money in this nonprofit.
I have never in my life had a problem with Candace Owens.
Spending money left and right in 2022. And what were they spending it on? Well, first there was Candace Owens' salary, which was $250,000 that year in 2022. And nothing. You can also look where she stated that her average hours per week that she worked for Blexit was 30 hours. Great. Awesome. That is so amazing, Candace, that you were giving 30 hours a week to Blexit. But there's a problem here. This is also the same year that she started, or that she was doing her Daily Wire show. And this brings questions for me as someone who worked for Blexit and was in Blexit, same with my husband. I don't see where she was giving that 30 hours a week to Blexit and getting that $250,000 payment. Where her time was doing, where she was doing that time, because she wasn't showing up at any of the events that we were having, except if it was a speaking Blexit rally, which would happen maybe 3 or 4 times a year, if that.
Yeah. All the events are public. You can see when she was at.
I guys watched her Daily Wire show when it first came out, but it was like this really extensive show. It wasn't just her talking in a microphone and doing a podcast. She was also having kids at the same time. And then on her tax form saying that she's giving Blexit 30 hours a week. of average work.
She lied like hell.
For $250,000 a year.
For $250,000 a
the
year.
IRS.
Now, some of you may go to me, oh yeah, okay, I believe that. I believe she was doing 30 hours a week for Brexit. Well, I'd like to hear that from her. I want to know, because she's accusing TPUSA of taking in money and enriching themselves with donor funds, the employees of that, and actually not doing the work of TPUSA's mission. And she's accused Kimberly Klasick of doing that with, having fun with donor funds, doing, whatever she wants with her campaign funds, right? So Candace, were you actually giving 30 hours of your time every week to Brexit in 2022? I just had that question. Am I allowed to ask that question? I hope I am, because I don't believe you were doing that. I believe that you weren't getting 30 hours a week.
I don't believe she was doing that either. It would have been impossible. Maybe, if she's able to kind of like duplicate herself, because aliens can do some weird stuff. Yeah, she can duplicate herself, maybe, but seeing that we have not seen her do that, I want hardcore evidence if she can. I'm going to just say she did not work 30 hours a week. Candace doesn't even want to work more than an hour and 5 minutes in her live stream shows. Like her shows are like an hour. That's it. And then most of that time is spent on her, giving shout outs to her sponsors and Hidden Valley Ranch and the moo cows and all those chickens and pigs on farm. So she really does nothing. She gets all her information from that tip line. She's not researching or reading anything. I mean, she texts and posts up messages on X more than anything else. I don't think she puts a lot of work or energy into her content. She just does whatever and laughs about it when she's done, because she's like, oh yeah, easiest job ever. Just tell them anything. The cult will believe it. Like they really did. But yet, TPUSA acquired Brexit. Probably the worst decision they ever made. That was doing Candace a favor. They bailed her out. And what did she do? She made sure $284,000 for 1 year went over to Parler Inc. into George's pocket. Somehow he's run that in the ground, and Kanye West ended up not buying it. He couldn't even sell Parler Inc. I thought George was supposed to be a savvy businessman, but he couldn't get Kanye West to buy Parler Inc. from him. That speaks volumes to me. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
Brexit, just because I worked with Brexit, I know what these events are like, and I know what was being accomplished. At least, especially you can't share a lot about it, but you were a regional director.
You don't even need to. It's just the public stuff. You can see from public events which one she was at and which one she wasn't. You don't even need special info from me.
So did she lie about doing her 30 hours a week? That's
just asking questions, right?
Just asking questions, right?
And I think to this day, I still don't have a problem with her. I just don't like the stuff that she say, and I think that she's incorrect about a lot of things she say.
Also, it's interesting to note that Brandon Tatum, he would show up at events more than Candace, and he only put average hours of 5 hours per week and was only compensated $36,000.
Okay, it's like an investigation that never stops. It's just trains that are slowly moving as we get answers. And
one more thing to note.
Yeah, that was the end of that segment, y'all. I just wanted to play that part. That ending is Candace coming off that high. Girl, that sugar booger must be something else. I would assume in the year of our Lord 2026, Candace figured out how to do a more refined sugar booger. Oh my gosh, she gets worse and worse. Y'all, you can't make this up. C-Star says, I think George and Candace thought they would run TPUSA as a power couple. He's got to have boys club on the side. He's like, I'm not doing it if I can't hide in my closet. You give him a closet, he might think about it. Yeah, this is lavender wedding that she had with George Farmer. George Farmer, you still standing your ass behind that camera. Erika Kirk is going to sue you and her and your whole team. You and your whole crew. She going after all y'all. I think Brigitte Macron was nice enough to just go after Candace and her 2 LLCs. Now Erika Kirk needs to go after Candace, George, the whole team, that Mark guy, whoever's in the ear, the other female, the nanny, the cook, the chef, and all your LLCs, Parler Inc., Olympic Media, go get them all. Candace Owens LLC, Georgetown Inc., get all of those LLCs. You can't make this up. She is literally doing the same thing It's the same MO that she did with Brigitte Macron. Except I hope Erika doesn't take forever to drop that lawsuit. Because if you drop that series, Candace, you'll be giving Erika more content and evidence to use against you in the court of law. But yet you want to be on, live on the edge. So when she sues you, shut up. Don't say nothing about that. At least don't cry and whine. Take it like a champion. Be like, hey, y'all, I'm getting sued finally by Erika Kirk because she finally doing it. Moving on to the next thing. Come buy some cow meat from Hidden Valley Ranch. Got a special 2-for-1 deal. If you buy a tail, we'll give you a foot for free. Candace, this got to be the lowest blow ever. This is the same person that doesn't believe that schools should intervene if your child is essayed in school by a school coach or teacher. Yeah, because she sued the school herself and got a settlement. Oh my God, y'all. Oh, I would love to come to Australia. So many luxters out there. Has anyone heard if people are getting any refunds back from that tour that was supposed to be out there in Australia? Candy asks, y'all can chime in as well. I'll let you chime in. Is anybody getting refunds out there? Because y'all might have to file a class action on her ass. Her attorneys are not that smart, and they keep letting her go on, camera and say whatever she want to say. So I don't think it will be hard, to be honest with you. They're not very bright. Candace has literally admitted to defaming the Macrons in a message on X. So that should give you an idea of how smart her attorneys are. Mira, you got your money back? Oh, no refunds. Somebody said no refunds. $5,000 a month for a job she didn't do. Exactly. No refunds. The ticket company went bust. Oh my God. Yeah, that money gone, y'all. Long gone. That's so sad. You would think Candace would try to get her people her money back, right? Man, it's a damn shame. But yet some of those people don't believe that she did anything wrong, and they'll still, be loyal to her and kiss the ground she walks on. Y'all, Candace, we coming for you on Wednesday. So whatever you dropping Wednesday, Milk Bar and I will be right here to drag your behind all over social media. We're going to mollywop you. So you can be as imaginative as you want. But I really hope you don't bring up these kids because they can't help being here. They can't control who their parents are. Neither can yours. We don't sit around trying to figure out your children's names. I don't even want them in the chat because they're babies. But you need to learn how to leave Erika Kirk's kids' names out your mouth. You don't have to feed them or clothe them. You have no influence in their lives whatsoever. And I really hope it stays that way. Stop talking about her kids, girl. She's going to use this series to try to drag her kids down. This is going to be a disaster because the people who are supporting Candace with this nonsense, with her attacking Erika Kirk, TPUSA, and Charlie Kirk, are the people who never liked them in the first place. So they're just egging her on and putting on this fake massage that they care so much when they don't. You think she'd be smart enough to say, I'm pretty much worn myself out with that. That's why she's starting the series, because she has nothing else. She won't tell us who she thinks the shooter is, though. Funny how that happens. One thing she's supposed to be researching is the one thing she's not researching. Girl. Woo child. Did Ami do a new video, y'all? Candace, I got more for you coming on Wednesday. Don't worry, it's not the end of it. If he hasn't, then we'll wait to see if he posted up something so we can get a good laugh in. But y'all, this is all I got. I just couldn't believe when I saw her.
President Trump says that Kirk has died after he was shot from a.
I'm just floored. I'm floored at this. Like, she thinks this is cute. This isn't a tribute or anything. And then all the people he loved and supported, now she's thrown out there to make it seem like they're part of a murder. Like this is crazy, y'all. So, oh Lord, somebody get to work on who's gonna do a surviving Candace Owens series. Anybody think about doing that? Y'all, if I didn't have a regular job and I knew I had enough coming in to pay my bills from YouTube, I damn sure would. And it would be epic. Oh my God, I would interview so many people. I would go and interview them kids from high school that she claimed was bullying her. I want to interview them. Anybody know their name, anything? Email me any information y'all have on them those kids. I want to interview them. I'm sure they're grown adults by now, but I would love to know that side of the story because it just doesn't add up. The way she acts, her being charged with harassment, I don't think that those boys just sent something to be mean. It probably got in her ass after she kept bullying them. And who knows? Maybe that's her way of showing boys that she likes them. Or girls, whatever. Candace, you still need to explain that photo violating this grown woman while she wearing wet clothes from the pool. You can't make this up. If somebody said, Satiric said I will law 3 jobs, but I'll try. No, right? I have 3 jobs. I have 2 main jobs and then the job of being a mother. Yeah, I have to be a mom too. But let me tell y'all something. Hitting that like button and subscribing to the Lady Luck Club. The cult members are gonna hate my guts to Kingdom Come, but they still come in here and enjoy the banter. Make sure you guys are doing that. Hype the videos up as well. Let's get these videos up in the algorithm. I appreciate it. And one day I will be able to do this full time. And yes, I will do a Surviving Candace Owens series if I'm able to do this full time. So the faster I can get that, the faster we can get the series out there, and we go all the way. It will be epic. I'll even travel to Tennessee just to kind of, see her stomping ground, or at least where she keeps all the horses and chickens. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all hype the video. Thank you so much, Juju. Mira, let's see here. I got Terry got some memberships. Member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Hey fam, hope all is well. Candace is a stalker. She is. And obsessed. And her cult members have the audacity to use my quips. Why are you stalking Candace? Why is she still an alien? No one told her to do that. No one told her to go out and be an alien. But here we are. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. I will be back on tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be as late as it was tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow to go over the Graham Allen series that he did. I think he did 2 videos, but I definitely want to go over the first one where he gave his official response to Candace, because I caught the beginning of it and one of those guys on it went off on Candace. Okay, he went in. It was epic, Candace. You had all of that coming. So we'll check that out tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, Milk Bar will be in the house. I'm excited. And we'll be doing a live reaction to Candace, the dumb alien. And we're going to have a good time with that. So you guys tune in. And of course, Umar and the saga with that is something else. You got fake checks. Marianne Lawrence still lying like hell. You can't make this stuff up. It's like people are losing their minds. They're giving us content for days, but I just sure wish I could focus on that primarily. I can't quit my job right now. I'll be too broke. But one day this can be full time. And then I'll be able to just kind of push out that content all day. So until then, you guys make sure you tune in for those notifications. Thank y'all so much for your support. Hit that like button on the way out. And until the next one, I will see you all. Y'all go to bed, get some sleep. Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.